Hi guys, so in this video, let's talk about the detailed guide and tips for the Gate 1. So, I will not use the subtitle in this video. So after meet the boss continues, so don't need to go to the boss. And except the gauge pattern, the first pattern we can see in the fixed HP pattern is the 900 HP, the Kinesis pattern. So here, Kinesis pattern is happened at 900 HP. If someone cut by this pattern, Kazaros gets some buff, which increase the chain damage. If they have many stacks in the 500 HP pattern and 660 HP chain patterns, it is impossible to give the damage time even if there is the many care. So please avoid this pattern, is very important. And if someone got cut by this Kinesis, please ping it, because we need to rescue him with counter, but if they don't ping it, we don't know he is caught or not. So in this timing, in here, it is damage time if nobody is caught. So many people use the counter as their cycle. So if you caught, please ping it. And there are many type of counter, just Kazaros go to the aggro, it is very easy, but sometimes Kazaros divide the all caught people very long, far, like the one person go to the 11 o'clock, one person go to the 3 o'clock, and go to the random person. So other member who didn't count should divide also half and half to do the counters. So this is one very important things. And next things, the 700 HP patterns. In here, there are many thinking. So in here, when after the cutscene, supporter should use the Symphonia for the shield to avoid the dangerous situations. And many person have the worry thinking about, should I use the counter as stagger or don't use it for counters? In here, I want to talk, if your counter have a long cooldown and high stagger, just use it. Because fear of counter, yes, also show the both very dangerous situations, but if you get many experience, you can avoid it very easily. So don't worry about the fail of counters. It is, yes, fact that if you success counter, it gives the debuff to Kazaros, additional stagger. But if your counter skill have the good stagger, don't use it, give the more less stagger. So use the high stagger, high cooldown skill if it is the counter. Then how about the low cooldown and middle stagger for like artillery forward carry? In here, I don't use it. And in the 700 HP pattern, I use the grudge in now, and you can see one pattern, one half of HP, so one portion is needed. So if you feel, oh, I'm not expertiser in 700 HP pattern, not yet, then get this 9 lightened portion and use the Ether Predator is better because of the damage. When you dead in here many times, it is hard to go the see other next pattern and next pattern, but it is needed. Also, I said you in guide video that 5800 stagger is needed for the minimum person cut, but in here, Bard is hard to fulfill that 5800 stagger. Normally, Bard's average stagger is 4K. It means other two dealers should fulfill the stagger to 8K. But it is decided to the class that how many that class can give the stagger. For example, Arcana can give the more than 10K stagger in these gimmicks, while that Artillerist and Demonic can give the 7K to 8K only. And also War Dancer can give only 5K to the 6K stagger. It means if there is the Bard in your party with War Dancer, other dealer should cover the more than 3K stagger. So you guys should gather the class based on these informations. Also, all patterns in here can be ignored, injured by time stop or hyper root. So don't afraid use the hyper root or time stop, because death have no meaning. And next pattern is that 500 HP. I recommend after crossing edge, use the hyper root right after in here. And then see your head. If you have this shape, find where is your shape. In this case, I'm the 9 o'clock. And see where is the fire is open. Here, here, and here. Fire is on at the 9 o'clock, and my shape is 9 o'clock. So let me ping where is my safe zone. It's 6 plus. So go to the 6 plus end of here, and when yellow line is filled, oh. And when yellow line is full, just guard to the post and go to the end of line. In here, I use the Ninab in this timing because our party is strong, but if your party is weak, just use the Ninab after the corporate counter. Also avoid this fuller place because it fulfill your gauge, and when make your gauge 50%, poop is happened. So after corporate counter, this debuff is happen to the Kazaros, which increase the damage to the shield. So you can see two supporter put this poop to the before safe zone 6 plus because now we don't need to go that directions. And flame is happen to the 6 o'clock in here. So 6 o'clock ping here, 3 minus, there is safe zone. Use the next Ninab after this just guard. So second just guard is end and third just guard is the last. So, as I said, you just do the corporate counter in this timing and just get the damage time. And also, then how about hard mode? Hard mode don't need to these patterns. Why? Just use the hyper root when the just guard timing. So what I want to talk is, if you are the hard mode, just give the damage in here, just damage in here, and this timing use the hyper root. Then, Aimman use the hyper root can survive the fail of just guard and bump. And next second just guard timing, just dealing. But in this timing, we can die. No, because of the supporter hyper root effect, you guys can survive in this timing also. And as I said, you do the third just guard and come back, have the similar damage time with ignore the third just guard and just give damage. So. And if you are the hard mode, don't need to do these patterns, can skip it with hyper root. Hyper root tactic very recommended. And after phase 3, you guys will see the full gauge pattern and 100 HP pattern, which is the wall of the phase 3. So 100 HP pattern, main goal is this breaker, but if he fails 3 times, it is death. Just retry. So I recommend you Gold Lancer or some high swiftness character or some supporter or some high HP class as a start. So this timing, when first George guard is timing when he up the sword and second George guard is late. But I failed because of this dealing. I should not do this because I'm the sub. Sub and main give up the damage angle. But I try to damage, so fail it. And third now, he failed it and I also failed it, so shield will be happen one time. I success it, and next I failed it, but he success it, so only one stack shield is happened. And next counter, if just guard users get the darkness and slow when they do it and cancel this debuff with only counter. But I come here as stop, so if I steal it, it is true. So please do not counter if you come as stop, and head is attack. I dead because I failed to avoid. And inside it will be bump like this. And this break hole get damage angle very hardly, so dead. And next outside will be bump. And how about 100 HP turn? I will show you. So 100 HP turn, what is happened? So this is damage angle to all dealers now. So just give the damage on your take, and if near this gold always happen, just get it. In this case, Draco and Arcana and one man will get this orb, and safe zone is randomly happen to the one person here. And Arcana put the emoticon, it means he will do the first just guard. So put your place behind him, because if you go in front of him, you die. And he did the just guard, and next safe zone is happen. Next just guard should be Breaker, but Breaker failed. So supporter care us. Why? Because fail can be carried with the supporter. But if someone fail it, Kazeros do same pattern one more time. Let me see. Yes, same pattern is happening one more time. And Arcana get the just guard. And Demonic said he will do the just guard. So first just guard is happen. And successfully, the next guard is happen. Here, but he's downed and failed. So all people dead. But this 4-man is alright. Thank you for the supporter hyper ult, and this bird is alright because of engraving. So I will talk about the most hard patterns in the gate 1, 500 HP patterns, 700 HP patterns, and 100 HP patterns, and the page 3, 4 gauge patterns about the detail. So if you have more questions about it, give me comments. So thank you for watching.